Awesome. Welcome, everybody. And we're going to have a few calls helping people to um, navigate the app. So today is the first call. For everybody that doesn't know me, my name's Quinton Sanders, owner of a business called Success Mastermind Coaching. And I'm also the founder of the Elite Mastermind Network and the app and that. Um, the way I'm going to do it today is I'm going to go straight into it. Obviously, we're recording. This recording will be posted on YouTube and stuff like that, so you can go and refer to it afterwards. As I go through, what I want to ask you is if you do have specific questions, just to jot those down. When I'm done, then I'll ask, open up for questions, and then we can go through it to get together. Um, if you are watching this recording, what I want to say to you is that to find things in the app, it's like anything, right? The more you use it, the more you'll understand it, the more you'll see where everything is and the functionality and that. I'm going to take us through all the major functionality and what you can focus on and how to network within the app, whether you're a paid member, whether you're a free member. Everything is in the app now. So if you've been within our community for a while, you'll know we've had free WhatsApp groups. We've got our paid WhatsApp group. When you join our paid WhatsApp group, you got access to a whole library of videos and tutorials and coaching videos from me. So everything was everything was quite disjointed, right? Whereas everything now is consolidated, and that's why we built the app. Everything is in the app, right? The events are posted in the app. The weekly videos is posted in the app. Everything is in the app. You will see we're still going to make use of the Meetup app, just purely because we've got over 3,000 people in that community, and it does generate organic traffic for us still. However, the events in the app are posted in the app, not with the Meetup app, if that makes sense. But you'll see when we go through it, they post it in there. It's a lot easier to RSVP on those events because you logged into the app already, or logged on to the app already. When you RSVP, I think you can just click the button and then you've RSVP'd and it sends you the details. So it's a lot easier than doing it on Meetup. But yeah, I'm going to do a screen share now. And like I say, please if I can ask you, I want to go through everything. And then if you've got any questions, just to keep it to the end, make notes of it. And then we can go through it. I can go through it with you afterwards. If you have downloaded the app on your phone, these are just screenshots that we're going to go through. But you can also, as I'm talking and going through these screenshots, you can look at it for yourself on your device, and just see what I'm sort of sharing and how it looks on the device itself. But ultimately, when you downloaded the app, which is available in the App Store or the Play Store, you will this is the first page that you'll see is the sign-in page. Also, I want to make a note because I always forget about this. We also have a web version, right? So you can also sign up on a laptop or whatever. The only thing is all purchases need to be done through the app. So you won't be able to sign up to become a member or any of that. You have to go default back to the app. So the web version sort of just supports the app, if it makes sense. The app is the main actual platform, and then we've got the web version just that supports it. If I can ask everybody just to mute themselves, just so we don't have other background sort of noise. So when you get to the sign-in page, this is what it'll look like. If you haven't signed up before, obviously you'll click onto the sign-up page, and then it'll have a page where you'll register. Very important here, please don't put like your name as ABCDF and your surname as ABCDF. The system actually flags that, and you won't be able to register. Okay, so to avoid spamming and all that kind of thing. So please, when you complete this, complete it with your details. Otherwise, you won't be able to register. So I've had people complain, and then I see afterwards that they've used all kinds of weird names and stuff like that and not putting in proper details. So the system actually recognizes that as spam, and that's why you won't be able to sign up. Once you've completed this page, what will happen is it's got a two-factor authentication, meaning it's going to send you an email. Okay, again, that's why please use a proper email address, and let me just, I'm going to quickly first, we've got the memberships, events. All our events will be posted in there. Also very important, if you want to speak to somebody in the community, there's a handful of people that are doing calls. It's a 15-minute call. If you want to jump on, find out a little bit more about the community, how it works, any questions that you've got, you can just use this book a call function. There's a calendar. You can find a time slot that's convenient for you and book it'll either be me or myself, Miles, or a few of the other people that are in the community. And then there's also a handful of frequently asked questions that we've also posted there in the meantime. As we go along, we will create tutorials. We will create content for you to go and explore as far as when you got questions and that. Right now, we only got these frequently asked questions, and then if you want to jump on a course with one of the team, you can do that. On the next screenshot, I just want to show you, this is what a profile looks like. It's important for you to, when you register, right, you can do it afterwards, but to register and actually put your details in there, okay? Because what's going to happen is people will start searching for people on this app, very similar to like LinkedIn, if you will. Let's say I want to connect with, what's this? And it isn't everybody, CEO, consultant, or whatever. Let's say I'm looking for a software developer. I can use the app now to start searching and start connecting with people in the app that perhaps are a coach, a consultant, an accountant, or whatever the case is. And you can change this afterwards. So you don't have to, you can do it after you've registered as well. But I would recommend putting proper details in there. That's the homepage, just very high level. Again, I want to say, go and play around with the stuff. You can't break anything. So just go and check it out. The more you play with it, the more you will also see where all the functionality is. Going back to the homepage, you'll see there's the courses, and I'm going to go through that shortly. The courses, the groups, and the blogs. The blogs are obviously self-explanatory. These are blogs, again, with very helpful content, free blogs that we've got around sales, networking, how to grow your network, how to increase sales in your business. So do go and check that out. Even though they are free blogs, it's a lot of content that I share with coaching clients and that. So it's not to say that it's just what how can I say? I want to say it's still valuable information, right? That you get access to. And those blogs I write myself and create the content myself. Obviously, Tandy posts and stuff like that. So you got the home page at the bottom here. The next sort of page that we have is the activity feed. Activity feed, very similar to Facebook. Okay. I think it's only the admins that can post directly to you. However, members, paid members, you can post on this news feed or activity feed, and you do that through the groups. Okay. So, and I'm going to get to the groups now. When you go to the group, you'll see there's a news feed. When you post there, it duplicates into this activity feed. So maybe it's something that you want to share to the entire community or everybody that's on the app. You will do that through the group, and that group feed then duplicates. Yeah. Okay. And you can share stuff, whatever it is that you want to share with the whole community, you can share it. Again, I want to say, very similar to our WhatsApp groups and that. This is not a place to spam. Okay, it's not a place to try and spam people with your company details and that. That's not what we do, and it's not what we've ever done with any of our meetups. Everything is focused around building relationships and giving value. Okay, understanding that if you give value, naturally business will start coming. Yeah, I wanted to just take this screenshot. So you'll see here now, Tandy posted in the mastermind community. And that was then duplicated into the activity feed. Okay, so for the paid members, if you want to post something to the entire community, you're going to go into the groups, and in there's an activity feed you're allowed to post there, and it gets duplicated. Cool. I think that's that there. Next sort of page that we have is the groups. Okay, at the moment there's two groups. There's the mastermind group, there's the core group. The mastermind group is the paid group for the community, the 200 Rand a month. And then we've got the core group. The core group are the people that are a little bit more involved in the community, like Miles on the call. I think Alpha's on the call as well. They're doing different things. Miles hosts Schlanger. Alpha is going to be hosting the next Joburg meetup. The people that are doing these breakfast meetups are in this group as well. So the people that are getting a little bit more involved, they will get access to the core group. But this mastermind group is the group for the paid community. Okay, when you open this mastermind for the paid members now, when you open on when you I want to say this, when you subscribe, you will automatically get access. Okay, all the functionality that the paid members get, the moment you do the in-app purchase, automatically unlocks all of that. Okay, for instance, like being able to send direct messages. So perhaps there's people that you want to connect with that are not in the paid community. As a paid member, you can reach out to them and you can send them a private message. However, you must just remember they can't respond. So I'll give you an example of how you could use it, right? Is, let's say it's you want to connect to somebody that's not a paid member. You can send them a private message. Obviously, the app, well, not obvious, the app at the moment doesn't have call functionality. You can't do in-app calls yet. We will get to that at some stage, but so let's say I want to message Miles or connect with Miles. Miles is a free member. I'll send him a direct message and say, hey, listen, I'd love to connect with you or have a chat with you. Here's my WhatsApp number. Send me a direct message if you are open to chatting. And that way, then that person can reach out to you on WhatsApp and you can have that discussion off the app, if you want to call it that. But it still gives you access to the free members as a paid member. When you open the mastermind group up, this is what you'll see. And again, go and play around with things, but I just want to share the main points here. This is the activity feed for the mastermind group. So if you want to post something, just remember, like I said, when you post something here, it's also going to show up in this activity feed. Okay, so the entire community is going to see that message. Just to bear that in mind. Okay, you'll see when you're in the group, you'll see there's a little red button there, very similar to Facebook. Again, you'll open up, you can post a picture, you can post a video, I think you can post, and your text or your script for your post or whatever the case is, you can post in there and it will be posted here, again duplicated into the activity feed. Another functionality, I see the screenshot doesn't show it, but if you scroll left here, you will see there's a discussion tab, and the discussion tab is for the paid community, and that's where we're going to have our questions. That's where we're going to share helpful tips and all those kind of things. It's going to be in a forum kind of, you'll see it's like they call it discussions, but it's like a forum, right? If you're familiar with forums, you'll post, again, you'll click on here, open it up. You can click open a discussion, and you might want to ask the community, like, what platforms do they use for their website or their accounting, or whatever those questions are. And there the community will then basically respond, and it's formatted like a discussion format, or like a forum. If you're familiar with forums, it's laid out very similar to that. Only the paid community can see these discussions. Okay, so the free community won't be able to see these discussions. Next tab that we have at the bottom, so we've gone through the groups now. The next tab is the courses or the videos. Okay. I'm going to focus mostly on, so I just want to show you, so the YouTube videos, all the YouTube videos that we share, they're going to be duplicated, or the links are going to be shared. It'll look like this when you click on this course. It'll look like this. This will be the YouTube videos, and everything will be shared in there. Also very important is, if you see here, all of our recordings, okay, so like the online coffee meetup, if it's recorded, that'll be posted in YouTube, but you can access it through here. So if you want to find the recordings, the speed networking, we obviously don't record because we can't record the rooms and that. So what we do there is, yeah, so we don't record those. But for instance, the online coffee meetups, or maybe I have an ad hoc Q&A session or whatever it is, they'll be posted on YouTube, but you can access, it'll be put into this channel here, or these YouTube videos, and you'll be able to go watch it in the app there. The other important one is, if you're a paid member, this Elite Mastermind weekly videos. So if you remember on the WhatsApp group, there was a link, and then basically got given access to a folder on Google, and you were able to then access videos there. That has now all been transferred into the app. So every weekly video previously from last year and ongoing will be accessed in this YouTube, in the Elite Mastermind weekly videos. Okay, and you can see, I took a screenshot. Yes, just a screenshot of some of the videos that are already in there. I think we've got over 30 videos in there at the moment, and every week we're adding another video. Very helpful. Again, I create the content for these videos myself. Okay, so it's stuff that I use with my one-on-one clients, in group coaching sessions, principles that I've learned through my own coaching and coaching with other coaches. So all of those are being shared in there. You'll see the format has changed slightly. Previously, what we did was I was recording videos, very time consuming for me to sit and record and all these kind of things. So we streamlined it. The content now just gets shared in a very different format. It's a video, but it's more of a presenter just sharing, and there's some, like, it's a video with pictures that relate to that specific video, but it's not me presenting the video anymore. Okay, cool. I want to just make sure. So yeah, you can also see, as a free member, you can go download my leadership book. There's a free course around sales. It's a 20-30 minute course. We're going to be uploading a course, short course, 20-minute, 30-minute course around networking. And there's going to be actual steps that you can go and apply after watching those videos, that you can actually go and apply in sort of a real life situations, if you will. Cool. Next tab I want to focus on, where a lot of the sort of functions and the settings are, in the more tab at the bottom here. And I'm just going to quickly go through. Here's the message tab. Again, if you're a free member, messages, you'll get a little notification to show there's 5 messages or whatever it is, and you'll access those messages there. If you're a paid member and somebody sends you a message, you'll obviously be able to respond and chat there. Just free members won't be able to respond. Groups we've gone through. Products, at the moment, we've only got the 200 Rand a month monthly paid membership. So if you click on that, you'll see that there's that one option, but there's going to be other, like, we haven't finalized everything, but there's going to be like my leadership program that I use for one-on-one clients and in corporate. That's probably going to get shared here. And then you'll be able to access, if you want to purchase it, you can access it here, or you could just go to that course and you'll be able to click on there, and it'll obviously prompt you to do an in-app purchase, and you'll get access through it like that. Events we've touched on. It's all the events that we online face-to-face will be posted in here. So going forward, if you want to go and see what events are available, click on this and you'll see all the upcoming events, and you'll be able to RSVP directly from there. Courses we've gone through, and then blogs, like I mentioned in the beginning. This is just a follow on from this screenshot. This is the next tabs down. This is where you can update your profile. Notifications, very important. Yeah, notifications. I think I took a screenshot. And I've done it just now. I'm going to touch on the notifications. It also shows in your, in fact, sorry, these are the notifications that, again, like the home page, it's a duplicate of the home page where all your notifications, if somebody's, if we've posted stuff, it'll show up in these notifications. And if you just touch those notifications, you can clear all of those. Members, again, you can access members through there. This is the activity feed, which we've gone through. You can bookmark certain content like blogs and that as well. So if you're on the blogs, you bookmark it, and maybe you want to save it for later or whatever, you can then go and access it here. Your contact page here as well. These are your if you want to change your password, I think you can do your password in that as well through here. And then very important, the settings part of the more section. And we're going to go into this a little bit more because you can control a lot of the settings to personalize the app for your own needs. So if you click if you click here and you click on the settings, basically it'll open up this page here. Okay. Again, I'm not going to go through every single one of these. What I want to make sure is there's a wait, I think I've missed it. The contact, sorry, here's the contact page. Okay. So if there is something you want to ask us or you're not sure of or whatever, you're also more than welcome. If you click on this contact page, you can actually send us an email with any questions that you have. If you do have any or whatever the case is, you can reach out to us through that. Yeah, so the privacy settings, this is what I want to share also. So you can see here, there's a tab here, privacy notification settings, sorry, that I want to go through. This is important, right? It's got default settings. Okay, so what is going to happen is you've probably seen if you've registered on the app, it sends you like notifications and that. If you don't want to receive those notifications, you can control all those notifications in this notification settings. Okay, and you can, some of it I think you can't some of it you can't change because it's required. Like for instance, if you do a password update, obviously we need to send you an email, but I think most of it, yeah, you can actually change the settings if you don't want to receive those kind of notifications, so that you don't get unnecessary notifications, if that makes sense. Yeah, then going back to this page here, if you look at the bottom, and this is quite helpful because as I have been using the app, instead of having to sign in every time, you can set up your Face ID. Okay, and when you click that button here, it actually drops down the settings. You can do it after 30 minutes, or you can take the automatic lock off. And that just means is when you click on the app, it automatically does the face recognition and lets you in. So you don't have to keep signing in if need be, or if it signed you out, if that makes sense. Sure, that's a lot of talking. Okay, cool. I'm going to open up now to questions. And if I can ask everybody just to put their video on, and I always say, as long as you're not in your underwear or something like that, we don't want to see that. But if you are presentable, if I can ask everybody to just unmute themselves, and then it doesn't feel like I'm talking to myself as well. Cool. Any questions?
I just wanted to add on from any of the screens, I don't know what it's like on Apple, but on Android, it's pulled down to refresh the feeds, notifications, everything like that. It's just pulled down on the screen and it refreshes everything.
Yeah, so on every page, okay, so when you're on let's just like as an example, if you go onto let's say you go to activity feed, okay, the activity feed button, and you pull down, then you'll see it gives you that little circle thing showing you that it's updating. Okay, so even on I think it everywhere on the courses and that as well, if you do it, maybe in the courses, yeah, but for sure on the home page and the activity feed page, you can just refresh there. What I will also say is, remember, most apps work very similar, right? So it's like if you with Discovery, for instance, I've had a lot of people message me where they're struggling with the app, but it's because they don't have an internet connection. Okay. So if your internet's not great and none of your other apps are working, then it's not the app, it's you just don't have internet. Okay. So just bear that in mind. And very important, I don't know how it looks on an Android device, but on a Facebook, on a iOS device, if you click like that, I can now obviously close off all my open apps, right? Okay. So please just check that as well, because I've had a lot of people, the app, I don't know what's going on. They've got so many apps open. And then when they just close off everything, then the app is okay again. So again, if you've used an app on a phone, you should know your way around with this app, because there's nothing that this app is doing very different to than Facebook or any of the others, really. Cool. I think Teresa, who messaged me. You had issue with the that was Meetup, but that wasn't okay. No, it wasn't the app with the registering. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Now, thank you very much. And we can choose our messages, so it'll be nice not to be pinged every like the WhatsApp.
Yeah. So
very, very well done. Thank you.
Cool. So yeah, you can change your settings so you don't get that, but I would just be cautious on putting everything off, because then you may come back there and realize that you've missed things and stuff as well. So just maybe just like your notifications for messages, I would leave on. So if somebody does send you a direct message, that you obviously want to receive. But yeah, the activity stuff you may want to switch off, because you don't necessarily need to see every post and that. But yeah.
Thanks, Quentin, for the presentation this morning. Hi, Miles. I just wanted to ask, I've got a very basic question. I have been struggling between yesterday and today to just get a verification code to actually log on to it. Could you perhaps give me any suggestions or advice? Or am I making a mistake?
No, it's fine. So let's say it's actually a good question that you got, because this has come up numerous times. So when you register on the thing, what it'll do is once you've completed all the details, it opens up. You're talking about that, I think it's 4 digits or 5 digits.
5 digits, correct.
Okay.
Correct.
That would have been emailed to you. Have you checked your spam folder?
I've been checking my spam, my junk, my archives. I'm just not getting anything. So I'm beginning to wonder, am I being a tithead?
I'm not going to use those words, but
you know what I mean.
Look, there might be something up there. What I will do is, please, I'm going to give you my WhatsApp number, and then just send me a WhatsApp and let me help you. I'm not going to do it on this call now, but 99% of the times the emails, it's done through I can't remember what the technical jargon is, an HMTP, whatever. So it's quite reliable. Let's put it that way.
Okay.
So it should, when it sends out the notification, it's landing on your side. So sometimes it might be on your side. I don't know if you're in the corporate space, they sometimes they have firewalls with certain things.
Okay.
But
I hadn't considered that. Thank you. That's a good suggestion.
Yeah, but I have every single time when I've gone into it, the emails have been sent. So either the person had the wrong email address, so they had trouble. I've had that quite a bit where they've.
Okay, so I'm hoping you can help me then.
Yeah, so we'll do it offline, but I'll jump on a call with you and go through it. I'll go into the back end of the system and just see if your name should be there. And then I'll do it manually, send you that verification again.
Thank you.
But yeah, usually it's finger trouble with email addresses. People are putting their wrong email addresses in, or it's ending up in spam folders, or they got settings on their security settings that are blocking certain emails and stuff like that. But
perfect.
It's almost always an issue on the user side, because the system just sends those emails, and you know what I mean. It doesn't. Yeah, there's nothing.
It doesn't give us trouble.
Yeah, so far it hasn't. From what I've seen, it's usually on the user side where it's getting blocked or something like that.
And now we have a name for those people.
No, just for me. Don't call everybody that.
Not on a recorded Zoom call. Off the recorded Zoom call, maybe.
Okay, perfect.
Cool. I want to just say this again. I want to just emphasize this. It's like anything new, right? Just go on the app and go and explore the app. I do think as a paid member, what's going to be, obviously the free members get a lot of access here. I mean, you're going to see all the posts. You're going to be able to engage at some level with them. You might not fully understand, you know, like we've got Connect Thursdays, right? That you will see, and you'll see the members will start posting on that feed who they're connecting with. So you might not understand it, but once you're in the community, you'll know that we ask everybody to connect with at least 1 or 2 people in the community every week. That way you're actually building relationships with people as opposed to just being on, you know, on a group and you don't know anybody. That's not the point of this. The point of this is to actually build relationships and grow your network. Besides many other things as well. I do think that forum section, if you go into the groups that I mentioned, that forum section is going to be very helpful. That's where we will have a lot of discussions. You know, if I don't know, maybe you're struggling with websites or maybe you're struggling with whatever it is, you can now go and ask those questions in a forum section. We'll probably have a web design or something in there that will be able to answer your questions, help you with things, and that so you don't. So it's almost like what you got to see it as is it's basically almost like a knowledge base, right? You've got access to accountants in there. You've got access to software developers. You've got access to coaches. You've got access to whatever it is that you can access through there. And ask questions and stuff like that as well. Yeah. Miles, I don't know if there's anything else you want to add, from your side or.
No, I think that's all good. It was just the refresh thing. It was an important thing to know because sometimes it doesn't update. So if you find you're missing something, get that refresh. And yeah, that's about it. Looking forward for the full proper launch of the app.
Yeah, so we've got a launch next week. You can also join us with and that as well. What I'm probably going to do, I'm in 2 minds. I'm going to probably give away 1 or 2 free 1 year, 1 or 6 months, 6 months or 1 year memberships on that call to random people on that call. And then we're also going to have a higher tier. Obviously, the app just got launched, and so I'm just busy with a whole bunch of stuff. Then we going to be rolling out a higher tier membership where you'll get access to a weekly coaching call with me, and it's going to be in a group setting. You'll get full access to any course that we create in the app. So you get full access, including that leadership training course that I've got that I use in the corporate space. You'll get access to that. So I might also give away 1 membership like that, which is going to be 5,000 Rand a month times 6 is 35,000 Rand. I'm going to give probably 1 person on that call access to that for when it gets launched in the next few weeks as well, for somebody that's on that call. Yeah. Any other questions? Does everybody sort of know where to find things basically now?
Sorry, Quentin, I have got a question. You know, it says under everybody's name, it says basic. What is basic? Sorry, you might have covered it, but I don't think you did.
No,
Are we just basic, or we're not special? What's happening?
It's a good question. So I'm busy struggling with that actually. So ultimately, the basic membership, which is the $200 a month,
okay,
that's the basic membership. What it's supposed to do, it's supposed to only tag the people that are paid members and then free people, it should highlight that they are free members. So you can very quickly see who's the paid members, who's free members, and that. But yeah, it's done through a platform that I'm struggling to get the setup right or whatever. So that's why it's just showing everybody as a basic member. So I must actually just get it off there until we sort it out, yeah. Yeah, so eventually you'll actually see, and then you also see, we'll also, like the core group, they will have a tag, so you will know that they're part of the main core group also, so you can ask them questions and reach out to them. They're heavily involved, like Miles, Candy. Miles and Candy is sort of got a lot more involved in the online calls. So you'll see now they're hosting the speed networking calls, the coffee meetup calls. People that are hosting these breakfast meetups, they also in that core group. Yeah, and obviously the people that are hosting the face-to-face monthly meetup in Joburg, Cape Town, and Umhlanga, they're also in that core group.
Do you plan to continue with the online meetings on Zoom, or are you going to include that in the app? Is that going to be a functionality eventually, or
So that's
later?
Yeah, so that's why I actually started moving over to Zoom, and that's why I say this is like the second call I've had on Zoom. I'm normally, as you know, operate on Google. So to answer that question, the reason why I've moved over to Zoom, it integrates into the app. So eventually, when I get to that point, it's again one of those on the to-do list. But ultimately, you will then access you'll actually be able to log on through the app. You'll see it as the app, but it's actually Zoom on the back end. Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah. And that's why I also moved over to this, because it integrates. Google doesn't integrate into the app. Yeah. Any other questions? Or very important thing also, we've obviously been focused with the app for the last 3 months. It's supposed to be a 3-week project that turned into a 3-month project, but it's done now. So we also, you'll see, I've got a meeting with the marketers now at 12:30, and then they're busy finalizing the marketing. So what you will see now, going on from next week, the calls will start growing again, and that as well. If you've been in the community for a while, you'll know that the calls have been sort of plateaued for a while, because we've been busy with the app, but now we'll start ramping up the marketing and that as well. So you'll see the speed networking calls will get a lot bigger again. The face-to-face meetups will start growing again, which obviously then filters into the groups and community and that as well. I want to just share something or highlight something that I share. Obviously, people sign up to the paid community and group, and not every single person is going to stay on the paid community for the rest of their life. Obviously, people come and go. There's attrition rates in any business where people fall off on that. But what I want to say this is very important. The people that I've now been doing this community for about 18 months or something like that. The people that get the most out of this community, the most out of whatever we do, is always the people that always show up. And it's really, really important to understand that. Like, I get messages, they want to cancel, they don't get any value, but they've never been to any of the calls. They've never participated in any conversations. Okay. And naturally, what happens is you won't get value. Okay. So what I want to say is if you're not getting value or whatever, then get a little bit more involved in the calls. If you are a paid member, even if you're a free member, okay, you got an opportunity on these calls. People don't realize the people that are on some of these calls and that are great people to network. People will look at it very linear, if you will. Oh well, I'm going to connect with Crystal. Will never buy from me, so it's no point in me speaking to Crystal. It's a waste of time. That's not networking, by the way. Okay, and that's what I'm trying to help people with, and changing the mindset. You'll see there's this networking course, a 20-minute course that I'm posting, hopefully in the next day or two, in the app that you can access, speaking about some of these things that people don't understand networking. Okay, this community, although I maybe haven't got tons and tons of business, but what I will tell you is I've got a lot of connections that filter through in other things and other areas of business and stuff like that. So you got to remember, it's not just about that person you're networking with, but it's who they know. And that's what people don't always see. So yes, Miles never going to pay me for coaching one-on-one necessarily, but it doesn't matter. And Miles knows other people. Miles knows business owners. He knows CEOs. He knows, and that's what you need to also look at. And I see this mistake being made big time with people, is that they don't maybe understand how growing your network actually works. Okay, there's a lot of byproduct from connecting with people, having conversations. That's why I'm so adamant about people connecting. Get on a 20-minute call, have a conversation. You never know where those conversations take you. Okay, short conversations, maybe there's something that you can discuss, and you meet again, or whatever the case is. If there's nothing, then great, then you move on, but you got that person in your network. Doesn't mean to say that you have to invite them to your house for braai every Friday, and they're still part of your network. And I've had relationships that people have joined our community that nothing really, I never did business with them. And a year later, I ask a question on the group or whatever, and they connect me. Here's a beautiful example of that. So this leadership training program that I purchased last year, okay, if you're in that space or maybe in corporate, you might know, but very difficult to get your hands on high-end leadership training programs, unless you're going to go buy Bob Proctor's program for $100,000 a year or some crap like that. But otherwise, it's very difficult, right? Because most people won't let you white label their stuff, and most people won't, unless you have to basically work for them, then they will give you the content and stuff. Last year, my core business is coaching. So I've used traditional coaching principles and stuff like that. I wanted to add another tool, which is coaching the CEOs. And there you need other skills, right? You actually need tools on performance and all these other kind of areas, people. And I was looking for that. I posted in our group. One person in our group, paid group, connected me with somebody. This person happened to just be in Belito, by the way. I met with that person. She's busy retiring, semi-retired. She's trained and coached in the space like Nedbanks and those kind of big and high-end corporates. And I've actually purchased her leadership training program from her that I've white labeled. Okay. Now, the point of that story is Janine has never paid me for coaching or whatever, but because she's in my group and community, it helped me. I posted one message there and she connected me with somebody. Okay. And I've probably 5 times that leadership training program already in that short space. And now we're putting it on the app, and it's going to be in a self-help way where you can actually take yourself through it. And that's still directly from that introduction. So that's an example of just why you want to work, you never know where those contexts help you further down the road.
Yeah, it's all about building relationship, and that builds character references, and it goes so far. I mean, we all deal with people, and we get some quite crappy service all over the place. So to come across people with great service, come highly recommend it, goes a heck of a long way. I'm busy with I placed an order online, and these people just messed it up from the beginning. It's like they come in for the 3rd delivery and collecting stuff from me because they just can't get it right. But their business ethics have been top notch the whole way through. There's never been any complaining. They just like try to fix it up. So whether it doesn't matter the packer who messed it up, the courier company messed things up, they've handled it so well. And that's what everybody's looking for is good service. So building relationships with people, getting those character references is what leads to business.
Cool. Thanks for sharing that, Joe. Okay, we've got 5 minutes left. I don't want to keep us on this call just for the sake of it, but last chance, any questions? Just so you know, next week I'm going to be posting these 30-minute calls, maybe every second day or whatever it is. That'll also give you an opportunity. If you've got any questions, you can jump on those calls. They'll just be short calls, Q&A. So I'll jump on there if there's something that you're struggling with or you're not sure of or whatever. You can join those calls as well and come and ask questions. Otherwise, you can also just book a call with one of the team on the app itself. Just click on there, it opens up a calendar, put your details in, and find a time slot that works for you. Cool. Alrighty. Thank you so much for joining. And I promise you, I'm going to go and get some training on Zoom now after this call. So next time I'll know how to use Zoom. But yeah, appreciate you being on the call. And if there's anything we can help with, just post it in, well, on the app or even in the WhatsApp groups or directly with me. Candace, I didn't give you my WhatsApp number. Are you on that free WhatsApp group?
Hi, no, I didn't take your details. I assumed you were going to do it at the end, but if I may, please.
Yeah, I must do it now then, because this is the end.
Okay, cool.
So are we moving completely to the app now? Because I left those WhatsApp groups. I couldn't,
Yes.
just the amount of pinging was just, I couldn't do it. So we can just rely on the app now. We don't have to join any other WhatsApp groups. Okay, perfect.
No, those WhatsApp groups are going to be slowly. You'll see next week we will start prompting people, and we'll just basically be saying no further updates will be posted here. So if you want to know what's going on, you're going to have to go over to the app.
And is there a limited time? Sorry to interrupt. I've got to jump as well. That the free membership applies. Because free members, do they just stay on forever? Because they get the benefit of seeing the conversations as well. So I'd rather deal with the paid group, is what I'm saying.
Say again. Sorry, what about the paid group?
I'd rather engage with the paid group.
Yeah. So remember, the free community can't really. They can comment on posts and stuff like that. But they won't be able to post anything. They won't be able to take part on those. So the paid members will still, same as that WhatsApp group, only the paid members will be able to interact. And that.
Okay.
Going forward, yes, the free membership, there will always be there. There will always be the value there, the free courses and stuff like that. What we will do as it grows now, and there will come a point where these face-to-face meetups, the Joburg, Cape Town, and Durban for sure, will become only for members, because we will end up with a point where we can only facilitate 50, 60 people. Because if you've been to any of our meetups, I want to just wrap this up because I know we're almost on time. When you come to our face-to-face meetups, you'll see we host them at Tiger's Milk, whether it's Cape Town, Joburg, Schlange. And the reason why is they're not charging us a event fee, if you will. Okay, so it's just a get together. Okay, the moment we step into having an event, then it's like 15,000 Rand minimum, all those kind of things. So to answer your question on that, that's why we're going to eventually have to cut it off, and it'll only be paid members. And as the membership grows, we'll probably end up having a situation where there's going to be limited slots. So I don't know how we'll figure that out, but there will also be, I'm looking at Pretoria. We're hoping as we grow a little bit further, Pretoria, and then we're also in the process of engaging with people in the UK. So we'll actually have a UK meetups and that as well. And I'm a coach, so for me, it's super helpful to be connected with that market because they spend more money on coaching and stuff. They got bigger budgets on that kind of stuff. So there's a lot of, so we'll basically be connecting the UK and South Africa. I've got some web designers that do online work and that. So they obviously also would like to be introduced to that market. They do spend more, spend more money in that. So we're also in the process of that as well. Yeah. Okay.
Thanks so
cool. Thanks, Teresa. Candace, did you get my WhatsApp number there? Okay, just send me a message now. I've got a gap now for 30 minutes. Send me a message now. Let me go online and just see if your email does show up there in that.
Would it be okay if I send it after lunch? I have another consult now.
That's fine. Then
Okay.
I've got a
There's no rush
now.
on my end. You take your time. Thank you.
12:30. I'm finished. And let me just quickly stop this recording. Yeah.